Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ with Taurota Tarot. Whew, get ready to do your financials for the month of October. The cards have already been shuffled and cut. What I've seen, what I was able to glean from the cards, a lot of you are making decisions on where you want to commit your money to. So let's take a look. We're going to pull 2 for overall and 1 for, oh, same thing. I know. Who knew? Going to be about what you know, what you don't know. So that, I guess, is really just the theme for this month, getting or gaining knowledge, recognizing knowledge where you are. We're talking about your finances right now, so recognizing how you doing, what you doing with your money. Yeah, some of y'all might need to put the credit cards down for a hot second, if at all possible. I know a lot of folks right now are just struggling, trying to get from one thing to the next, and credit cards are the way to that. Okay, so yeah, this is an emotional time, talking about your finances, and maybe even difficulty looking at that 3 of Swords, hanging on to money. Yep, going in that. So the first 2 weeks, that's what we're looking at. Thank you to everybody that has liked, shared, and subscribed. I appreciate you and love you so much. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Welcome to where you don't get no flowers and no sugarcoating. You just get it like it is. I try to do it with a bit of humor and a lot of love. A lot of times it's hard to hear messages you really ain't trying to hear. But welcome to Taurota Tarot. At any rate, Taurus, this is going to be your October financials. That money, that green stuff. Again, we came up with the, and understand now, this is 24 hours later. Since I did the love reading. So there's no mistakes here that the I know or the crown chakra card pops up twice as your overall, or your challenge. I'm not your overall, your challenge, your centerpiece. So really the month of October, whatever aspect of your life you're dealing with that card popping up twice, is just kind of indicative of, again, what you know, what you don't know, what you need to know, what you should know, as well as romance, most certainly with your finances. Looking at your overall energy, the front end, the 6 of Cups in the waiting game. Some of you may be waiting, I would say stimulus money, but this is not, I don't see that happening. So you're waiting on other money. Money that's owed to you for people, friends, family, blah, blue. It's a waiting game. It's a waiting game. Rolling into some Mercury retrograde shadow energy here shortly. So it's just going to be a waiting game. Some of you waiting for other money in your paycheck. For some of you, this is about jobs. You're waiting to hear from another job about changing jobs. Some of you waiting to hear about getting a job. It's a waiting game, and you probably are, quite truthfully, going to spend the better part of October waiting, at least until the 15th. If there's going to be any forward movement, it'll come after that point, but it's slow going. On the back end of your overall energy, the 3 of Cups sitting on top of the movement, choices, and decisions. Right now, it's about making joint decisions with your partner, your family, everybody involved. Because whatever's going on, you've got movement, choices, and decisions to make. For some of you, we may be talking about moving. You might have to move into a smaller place because the rent where you are right now is just untenable. And job situation being what it is in some places, it may just be time to move. You'll have help. You've got help. For those of you that need to hear that part, you may have to reach out. Or let people know what's going on, but there is help and support there. For others of you, you're planning on moving. You want to move. You're moving into a bigger place. Again, the help is there. Y'all know the help is there. Probably for those of you that are actually moving, you folks all around you, girl, can I help you? You need boxes? What you need? Help is there. And you're feeling all that support. So those of you that aren't feeling it, reach out. That's sitting up in your overall energy though. So really you're looking for support this month, and it goes beyond the financial. We're talking about resources now. People that know other people that can get you places that maybe you can't get into yourself. It's that kind of energy. Looking at the first week, 3 of Swords sitting on top of the timeout. You may, those of you that are working, you may need to put the credit card down. I'm just saying. You may just put it down. If you are that close to maxing it out, you may need to put it down. It's going to cause you some heartache if you don't. And what a lot of us can't see right now is that there may be some hiccups financially for some of us at the beginning of the year, just with taxes, money you owe, this, that, and the other. So take a time out, especially if you are spending money on love. You probably put the kibosh on that until after Mercury goes direct. Whatever efforts you're making to do such, it's probably not going to work the way you think. So those of you that are thinking about spending big time on the lover or the boo-boo or the situationship, whatever, I would think twice. Put that credit card down and take a time out. The Sun card sitting on top of the sacrifice as an individual, and this is major energy. You may be thinking about changing jobs, going back to school, that kind of thing, and it's you trying to do what's best for you. Because ultimately, you know, if you do what's best for you, everybody else is going to be good too. But there's some sacrifices that go along with that. So as you kick the month off, you may start looking at, or may just get it in your face to see what the sacrifices are going to be. Time away from home, time working, doing homework, that kind of thing. For others of you, you may be sought out at work to work overtime. Going to be an extended thing. The money is good, but look at, before you commit, because I saw the Hierophant card when I was shuffling earlier, before you commit your time, because that's a resource, think about the sacrifices. Because for some of you, it's not going. The money is not going to be worth the time you're going to miss. You may miss some birthday parties, or you may miss something important. It's not worth the money you think you're going to make. Is not going to be worth any kind of relationship repair you may have to do later on. So think about that. Definitely it's about you, the individual, and doing what's best for you. So that may well mean saying no to some folks at work. Self-love with the 4 of Swords sitting on top. Some of you, we're coming right back to that time out. You may need to just take an overall break with your spending and think about areas of your life you can reappropriate funds to the self-love department. So for some of you, this may be something as simple as getting a foot massager. For others of you, it may mean needing to go get checked out, get your back checked out, your feet checked out, all of that. And that may require some extra money. At either rate, it's about you taking that step back, taking a breather before you start spending good money on top of bad money. Make sure you know if anything is wrong, you get to your doctor and make sure you got the absolute best information you can have. Again, it's all about self-love, self-care, all that stuff. Getting into the second week of October with the Queen of Swords sitting on top of fulfillment of wishes. A lot of you are in places where things are kind of beginning to come together. Relationship, money, this, that, all kind of gelling for you. Just make sure you keep your boundaries intact. Don't get lazy. That's what old girl sitting on top is talking about. You got things that you want, but it takes work to keep that stuff. So make sure you get you make sure your boundaries are intact and you keep them intact. However you're set up financially, you don't go over budget. Don't start overdoing. That will ensure your place on top. I'm just saying. For some of you, mid-month, you're going to hit a snag. trying to manifest something, it's coming, but it's going to take a lot. It's just not necessarily you, but the snag is going to be about you before you can manifest fully. So this may mean people leaving work, new people coming into work, may be a shakeup of sorts. For others of you, it may be you're the shakeup, you're leaving, going to a new place. If you're leaving, I have to say 9 times out of 10, that's a good thing. It's a better thing. It's moving forward. Even if it's a lateral move, going to a different kind of company, doing a different kind of thing than you're currently doing. Once again, it's all about the manifestation, what you want, and that is sitting right next to the fulfillment of wishes. Ain't no mistake, but there's going to be a shakeup. This is not painful in any kind of way, so don't, expect to come home and see your account's been closed. It's not that serious in terms of your finances. It's serious in terms of your path and what direction you're headed in. Major energy. We get past that, everybody a little stressed out. Well, I want this and I want that. Once again, from the queen down here, remembering your boundaries. Don't go overboard. Don't go overboard on yourself, and don't go overboard on others. Keep everything in balance. Think about big ticket items. Think about it before you buy it. Do you need it, or are you just buying it? Is there something else you can do with that money, or another area of your life that could use that extra money? Let's see what we got going on in weeks 3 and 4 for Taurus. Finances, music, all about that harmony, awareness, firm foundation, patience, synchronicity, emotional withdrawal. Top of music goes the Lover's card, awareness pulls the 8 of Swords, firm foundation pulls the Knight of Swords, patience pulls the 8 of Coin, synchronicity pulls the 2 of Swords, emotional withdrawal pulls the Knight of Coin. So looking at weeks 3 and 4 with your money, the Hierophant didn't show up, but this is working. This will do nicely. Talking about commitment. Harmonizing your money, and not necessarily with a lover. Any collaboration where your money is going into the pot, up to and including football pools. Make sure everything resonates with you. If you get ready to do, and this is major energy, so don't don't poo-poo off, because I'm poo-pooing. Don't poo-poo off what I'm saying. Anything collaborative with your money this month for October, I'll just say it like that. Make sure it's resonating with what your overall thing, hoo-ha, life path, that part. Make sure it's resonating. You start committing to things this month with folks at any level with your change. It's major energy. Make sure it's resonating with every area of your life. They have big impact later on. You may find out. Just saying, those of you may be going into a collaborative entrepreneurial thing, you may find out later on the person that you've decided to make music with, they're doing something extra with your money. So I'm telling you from an intuitive level, not even from a read the fine print. Obviously, you need to read the fine print, but from an intuitive level, and then from a grounded Taurus kind of level, make sure that anything you're getting involved with other people, joint venture shit, make sure their shit resonates with what you're trying to do. Awareness with the 8 of Swords, being aware, same kind of energy, but a little different. Being aware of what's going on with your money. Some of you might have them blinders on, like, yeah, I'm going to give it to you, and you just deal with it. especially with investments. I don't know, investments has been rattling around in my brain all day. So some of you may be trying to, you got a lot of stuff out here now trying to get you to invest your money. Chime, Stash, all these little new startup companies, you know, oh, we'll take your money. Be careful. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with any of that, but don't blindly sign up for some shit and then find out this time next year these folks that took your money and ran it. Just saying. So be careful. Follow your intuition as best you can. That awareness, that little light, you get the feeling the creepy crawlies. Might be time to check out whatever it is you're trying to get into. Firm foundation with the Knight of Swords. That's what you're really trying to do. Don't let anybody get in your head about your money. I don't know where this energy is coming from, but it's here. Don't let anybody have you running around chasing some shit. Something that's straight up. This is for anything, whether you're buying something, investing in something, whatever. It should be, I want this. And the person selling or vending or whatever should say, okay, if you want this, then here's the price. If there is any other little crooked ass would come to our website, do extra, fill this out, blah, that's not helping you build a firm foundation. Now, I know technology and shit, that everything is supposed to be convenient. My only word to you here is you're building a firm foundation. Don't let folks have you chasing your money. How that's working. Because you work for your money. So you shouldn't be trying to chase after somebody about where your money is. And I'm not talking on a personal, Pookie and them down the street borrow $20 and you got, I ain't talking about that. We're talking about companies. Don't let them get in your head about your money. Oh, we can take your money and double it in a day. Yeah, really? Real? Don't forget that firm foundation. And sometimes that firm foundation means you building it rock by rock. Not on some fly-by-night shit. We get into the 4th week. 8 of coins sitting on top of the patient. Yes. You working hard. Yes. You're going to have to be patient. Come right back up here. The waiting game. Waiting on. Now, this is Pookie and them down the street. Well, I told you, you owe me $20. You want $20. When you going to give my $20? Okay. Well, there you go. Other parts of this, your boss has been promising. Is this it? Yeah, your boss has been promising a raise. It's coming, but you're going to have to be patient. Hard work. Do not think your hard work is not being recognized, though. And the same goes for Pookie. They know you've been down there 10 times trying to get your $20. They know. They getting it together. As soon as they get it, you'll get it. Don't give up on what you're doing, especially if you're working on something new. Keep doing it. It's going to pay off for you. I know this is rocky, funky, scary energy we're living in right now, but it's all good. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't lose sight of your goal. With the 2 of Swords sitting on top of the synchronicity, those of you that are in your head weighing options, once again up here, look for the synchronicity. Much like your intuition, synchronicity are those things that kind of happen like, whoo, that was right on time. Look for it. That'll help you in your decision making. Try not to, even though this is air, there's water in this car. There's a whole lot of water back there actually. So try not to get too in your head in turn making you emotional. Try to stay away from that. This is your money, of course, that we're talking about. So emotions and money usually don't go. Take it from the queen of emotional money spending right here. It don't work. It don't work. Keep your emotions out of it as best you can. Try to make any decisions, especially where you have more than 1, 2, 3, 4 choices. Try to bring some balance into that. Make the best decision that you can make. At the end of all of this, the Knight of Coins and the emotional withdrawal. End of the month is probably going to find you taking inventory, kind of shutting it down. People probably do not need to call. If you cross-watching, don't call Taurus the last week of the month talking about I need something because they ain't giving it up. Even if they got it, they still ain't giving it up. Taurus, take inventory. Shut it down. Shut it down. You see he's got his back to what's going on. Do this and then go do that. Shut it down. Get out of whatever think Mars goes direct in November or something. Get out of some of this retrograde energy before you start offering up help with other folks' money or problems or issues or whatever. Get out of this energy and then do your thing. But definitely at the end of the month, it's going to be about taking inventory of what you have. I have new Oracle cards, the Enchanted Map. And I'm going to use those for our guidance for finances for Taurus. It's really a month to be aware of what's going on with your coinage. Make sure you're not overcommitting. That energy is in here too. With your money, especially with this Lovers card here, in relationship issues, make sure you're not overcompensating, especially if you're just getting into something and somebody's coming to the pack with kids or a whole lot of excess drama. Don't overcommit your money or your time. Do what you can do. Make sure you have enough time left over for yourself. Mountain. Where's my mountain? Something here. There's something, and it feels like something's here. Like somebody's going to try and have you just running around, you know, and they're trying to get all your little coins and, you know, pay another $5, you come here and then fill out all the paperwork and then pay another. No. Every foundation starts at the bottom. Building that firm foundation. Yes, it's a mountain. A mountains don't get built overnight. Come on, empires don't get built overnight. So just be mindful of that. Let's see what else we got. Balancing act. Oh, my last one too. Yeah, down here. Sacred pool. Balancing act. Just know that it's a balancing act. Especially right here. Look for the synchronicity, but do your best to you're trying to keep everything up. It's a balancing act. Do your best to make the best decisions that you can. Try to see the reality of what's going on around you. Becoming aware. This part up here, and not just blindly giving your coinage away. Sacred pool. We'll put this down here. That's what you need to be doing. Sacred pool. Your money in the sacred pool. That's your pool. And it feels like as we get closer to the end of the year, and I mean, let's have some compassion about it too. There's a lot of people that are going to be struggling. But here's the thing. You're not trying to give so much of yourself that you're struggling. Okay? Because you and yours have to eat first, right? You can't take care of anybody if you can't breathe. So make sure you take your inventory. That sacred pool, that is yours. Don't let nobody start trying to get in there fumbling around with, you know, asking for, and they need the world, and, you know, you got the world, but if you give them your world, come on, what you got left? Granny cards, where am I with time? Still pretty good. Just be careful this month. There's folks out here trying to grab your coin under any means necessary, for real. You know, and if you're willing to give up all the information online, they'll take that too. Is it worth it? Show some love. Just because they said it doesn't make it true. Commitment. What we were talking about earlier. Is it going to be worth it? And like I said, this is major energy. So this may be for some of you a thing where overtime is getting ready to open up until the end of the year or January or something if you're in the medical field or something, frontline worker type stuff, and they want you to just come in and they want you to commit now. To hell with what you think you might have going on in December. The issue here, though, is it worth it? Is it worth anything that you're going to be sacrificing with your relationship or your family time? One more again, we're back here. Show love, yes. I told you, taking inventory, don't have nobody chasing around, blah, 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 blah. But it may not be money that's needed. It may be more about time. So just what I said about showing some compassion, it may not be so much you may not have the money to give, but show some time. If you've got time, because sometimes just directing, helping people get directed where they can go get help is priceless. I'm just saying. Once again, we back up here with this energy. Just because they said it don't make it true. Just because they got LLC behind their little company name and it's got American Federal Bank Online E-Trade Incorporated in big bold black letters, just because they saying it don't make it true. That part right there. Don't forget, this is your money. Ain't mine, it's yours. So listen, but trust and verify. And if it's not verifiable, then there's the lie. That part right there, there's the lie. People telling you, oh, we've been doing this for 50 years. Trust and verify. And if you can't find 50 years worth of something online, because surely you can. Companies that have been around that long got that kind of information online. If you can't find it, there's the lie. I'm going to leave it there, Taurus. That's your money for the month of October. I love you. I hope everybody has a good week, a good start to the month of October. Catch y'all soon. Bye-bye.